Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Moñö Architecture, All Things Designed, powered by our brand partners Kitchen Studio, Highbeck, Turquoise. Today we have with us Shiraz Jamali and Mammen Paul of Shiraz Jamali Architects.
Hi, I'm Shiraz Jamali.
And I'm Mammen Paul. Thank you, Karan, for having us.
Back in our college days, our design faculty always spoke to us about having a design brief, about detailing projects before starting the design, and we always questioned it. We wondered what was the necessity of it all. Today when I look at a beautiful project done by Mammen and Shiraz for children with special needs, called Soukhya, I realized the importance of this design brief. I realized the importance of planning a project before actually executing it, and I think that is something that defines or creates a boundary between mediocre and exceptional. So Mammen and Shiraz, thank you for being here. Could you tell us a little bit about Soukhya and what the concept behind it was?
So Soukhya is a center for children with special needs. It's a center that focuses on a holistic development. There are various programs that are integrated into the center, right from speech, occupational therapy, music, culinary skills, outdoor sporting activities, and one-on-one learning programs for kids that might not be able to fit in a large classroom with many other students.
Lovely.
Even if you notice the center at large, it doesn't scream that it's made for like children. I mean, it doesn't like it's quite. If you look at the design, it's quite mature, subtle. Because the prime importance in that entire project, the star of the project, is the children, right? It's the feeling you want to kind of invoke in them, which is like a feeling of being like protected, calm. That's how the design basically went.
Yeah, I think protection and like security for the kids was the prime focus to start, because you need to, as you said, you need to have a design brief and you need to kind of have a concept. So over here you need to understand who you're designing for, what their needs are. I mean, every space can be multifunctional, multi-purpose, but understanding the end user over here was really crucial.
That was the driving force behind the design though.
Okay.
So major factor would be security and learning and being able to be free and comfortable in that environment, because obviously these are children that might everybody would have a different a different
outlook or experience, right? Like,
yeah, I mean they're children with various disabilities, so you can't really design
for a specific
for like one particular reason.
Yeah. So it's got to be multifunctional. At the same time, it's got the one common factor is making a safe haven for these kids to thrive in and to learn.
Another very interesting question I had, it came from one of our viewers, was that when you're designing a space, especially when it comes from an Indian format, we tend to use a lot of colors when it involves, say, children aged 18 and below, right? Whereas you all have followed a very muted color palette. You've used a lot of woods, you've used a lot of grays. So I would like you to address this, because I feel like it's a very important point that needs to be put out there, that just because you are a child, you do not need to use primary colors. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Personally, I feel like primary colors are a bit jarring.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to attack the senses, I feel, with really
we've used pastel colors like over there. Like
so there are pastel shades being used mainly in the flooring, and the idea was to use more of concrete, wood, metal, natural materials and natural tones to kind of set the mood for the space. We wanted each space to kind of communicate with the exterior and kind of have this very effortless transition between inside and outside, and kind of encourage children to get out of the classroom and get into the outdoors.
Lovely. Mammen, does this thought process come from maybe a memory that you had when you were a child, or something that you experienced growing up, or that you wished to experience growing up? And did that kind of lead you into creating a space that would be a haven for
I'm
these
sure
children?
while designing, that's kind of like happening, like unconsciously also. There are like experiences that perhaps we've had, like growing up, like having a large outdoor space for the kids to kind of interact with. Even the courtyard, it's like if you notice the center, it's the courtyard plays a pivotal role in the design. So that kind of connection, that kind of connectivity, yes.
Kind of embrace of security,
yeah.
you
Yeah, I
know,
think you
like-
used the word fostering community in one of your articles, where you want to get people together and kind
Correct.
And that becomes a focal point also. So if you're having like an event, like, you know, it becomes a natural space. You don't have to have an event indoors. There is a multi-purpose room, which is quite beautiful because of the butterfly roof. It kind of brings in
lovely.
the outside indoors. But they can still have outdoor events. Like we've designed it to have like, you know, movie screenings, or like, you know, you can have like plays, or you can have any sort of activity in the central courtyard. And the surrounding space is meant for more for sporting activities. So you have all your basketball court and football turf, you know, on the outer side of this.
You can even actually cycle around.
Oh, lovely.
So also I actually studied in a school and in a classroom that was integrated. We had children of different disabilities in our classroom growing up over here in Mumbai. So designing this center came pretty naturally to me, I guess, you know, to kind of figure out how these kids would need to learn in a safe environment. So that was something that really helped, and it was one of the reasons that I was really excited to do this project as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful project. The images are absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
So another thing that we noticed was the site has a lot of landscape and a lot of trees and a lot of like greenscape basically.
It's a beautiful site, and that's why it was chosen primarily because of its full-grown trees.
Yeah, and you integrated that into your design,
Yeah,
right?
it
You
did.
created the
It was
entire
planned
journey
around it.
around it.
You have to design around it because these trees
Yeah.
are beautiful and fantastic and kind of
Envelope,
offer great shade across the entire landscape. Yeah.
Even the levels that we maintain, even though it's just a ground floor structure, the levels are what we see at site, you know.
So impact on the land had to be minimal. There are steps
Yeah.
and
There are steps,
ramps,
certain places you go
Yeah.
up, certain places you go down. It's what the natural
which also makes it
contours
fun
are.
because, you know, one of the things that the client said was, you know, I want kids to skate and cycle through this courtyard.
Basically
through
be
this
children.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something actually we did the day we shot the day we
So
shot.
we were-
Guys, we
had-
need this video. We need this video of you all doing this.
Yeah, luckily there's no
because
video.
the photographer already packed up.
So we are packed up and we had like a little time till our flight, and we took the cycle. We were kids, we were just going around the place.
Wow.
Then after cycling, we've taken like the football. We tried playing a little. It was just
Yeah, we used
random.
we used
we used
every
everything,
piece of the
TT,
center.
everything.
You know, when we studied AD, architectural design in college, I remember always getting yelled at by the faculty for them telling us.
Don't we all?
Yeah, we all got yelled at, yeah, all the time. Where's the design brief? Where's the zoning? Where's the site plan? Where's the
Concept.
contours? Kahan hai? What are the
Concept.
what is the concept? But anyway, so they always spoke, like I always face this problem where they said that, you know, you're not integrating light into your space. You're just creating a structure without understanding the context of the space, without understanding the sun path diagram and all of those things. So your space, right, it's got pockets, it's got punctures, it's got glass facades, it's got openscape. So how did you keep this in mind while designing the space, or did it just come naturally?
So I think, see, with this site in particular, I don't think like sun or glare coming into the spaces was a problem because of the large number, the number of trees and the large canopies on these trees. So none of the spaces, although the skylights are all in different directions.
And some of the pockets also originated naturally, you know,
It
because of the
just
trees
fell
and
in place.
some of them.
Yeah, but like even all the skylights that are in every room, like all the skylights are facing different directions. Now, ideally, you will not be able to do that, but because it's mainly a ground floor structure, and the tree canopy sits above the roof line.
So it's not harsh, you know.
There's no glare, there's no heat that comes in the space, so we could actually get away with
A lot of these.
A lot of
details,
that, yeah.
That's a dream, right?
Yeah.
I think our AD faculty, if they're watching this, are not going to be too happy. You were supposed to say, we followed the sun
We
path
followed the
diagram."
sun
Yeah,
path.
we didn't make a sun path
We
diagram.
just knew where north was.
They didn't make a sun path diagram.
We knew where north was.
Bad advice for first year. and second. Yeah. So, okay, guys. And also, did you do something in your classrooms? Like, did you create something to ensure that the students who were sitting in the classroom weren't too distracted by the outdoors, because that could also be a problem sometimes, right? Like,
So yeah, so if you look at the layout of the space, the courtyard is mainly, the corridor around the courtyard is mainly open towards the center, except for the building that houses the, like you said, classrooms, or I would call intervention spaces.
yeah, the intervention spaces.
So the intervention spaces are where kids are learning one-on-one with a teacher.
Faculty, yeah.
And you probably have about 4 kids in any particular room, but the way we designed it is that the kids face the wall and sit side by side with the teacher.
Lovely.
And that way they can be with other kids in the same space but not be distracted. And the courtyard is completely cut off by a perforated wall, so you do have light and breeze coming through.
Lovely.
But your vision is
You're not
restricted.
distracted.
You're not
Kids are
overly
because
So if
they're
somebody's
easily
playing in the
distracted.
courtyard, you're not going to be bothered by
Fair
that.
enough.
Instead, each of these intervention rooms open out into a small, more private backyard,
Okay.
which has plants and which will have like
Like a spill
flowers
out,
and
yeah.
It's a
yeah,
spill
like
out space. It's a little
Yeah.
private from the main courtyard.
Okay, that's amazing. Also, some of the materials that really fascinated me when I was going through a project, you've used a lot of natural materials, like earth materials. You've used wood, you've used concrete. I think you've used mangrove tiles on the ceiling. Is that? Yeah, I think
the
you've used
roof
that.
is a mangrove tile roof.
Yeah. So what was like? Was this done based on, like, say, the vernac there, or was it just based on an ideology that you followed? Because when we read your article, it said modern and traditional, right? Where you
Yeah.
combine it together. But I feel like those words are more for, say, a audience that is not
general
well
audience.
versed with, say,
Yeah.
an architectural background. So I'd like to ask you about what was your inspiration? What would the actual term to describe this project be? How would you explain what the process was?
So I guess, like, if you think about an architecture style, something that connects with me the most would be a neo-vernacular style of design.
Okay.
So where you have a culmination of modern and vernacular style combined together to create something that is a bit more relevant to all of us.
Yeah.
There's a lot to learn from vernacular homes. It's centuries of trial and error.
Yeah.
So once you take the best out of that and then you add like a modern touch to it, the space.
It's a blend.
Yeah, the
It's
blend
a
works
blend.
out quite beautifully, I
Lovely.
think. Some of the structures are load bearing.
Ah, acha, I did not know. Yeah.
Some are framed structures.
Wow.
The central courtyard is the roofing for that also.
So yeah, I mean there was a lot of
Metal.
experimentation that went
Yeah.
on. Like this was the first time we did like a flat slab on concrete, flat concrete slab on metal columns. It's something that drove the engineer crazy. So I worked a lot with him to kind of figure out how we can do it in a way that is safe.
Yeah, civil
And-
engineers hate us.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I think at the end of the process, they tend to like. Okay, at the end of the process, they tend to like you because they learn something.
I clearly didn't do the beam column and what was that subject? Building construction.
Structures.
Building construction. Structure. Oh,
Structures.
structure. Yeah, we'll get into
We'll
that
get into
later.
that later.
We'll get into that later. Yeah.
So even the butterfly roof was something that was very challenging structurally, keeping in mind like gale force winds and stuff like that. They did not want the roof to fly off, so that was very that was very important.
Wow.
In fact, that was like the last structure to actually get built because even halfway through the project, he was still scratching his head, wondering how to design the structure in a safe way. Where the client was almost fed up and was like, just make a normal roof and call
Just
it a
make-
day.
yeah.
But we were really committed to that idea because
Yeah.
of the trees are amazing on that.
Yeah.
You want to see the
Interesting.
foliage and you want to see the canopy and
Yeah.
and you want to see the various colors.
And I think the ceiling, the stuff that you made kind of really adds character to the space that you've designed. It just changes the entire dynamic.
it does. It makes it warm.
Yeah, it makes
it warm.
Yeah, it adds that character to it.
Yeah. So I think just staying mindful about the environment, about what you need, instead of building too much, build exactly how much you need
Exactly.
and build less, and that would be better.
That's
So
nice.
the first thing would be to refuse,
Yeah,
okay, and then
Yeah.
you can reduce,
Yeah.
and then you can reuse,
correct.
right? So if you just follow these three things
Yeah.
It
first,
should be good.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So guys, Pre your project that we just spoke about, you did a really beautiful house in the forest. It was called the Forest House, right? It was about 18,000 square feet. So could you tell us a little bit about the house, the A-frame that you use in it, how you integrated steel with the natural surroundings and all of that?
So as the name suggests, it's a house that's in a very woody area. So the plot was 18,000, not the house.
Yeah.
The house is pretty tiny. We used the only flat portion of the land to kind of build the house. So the house is about only like 3,500 square feet, roughly making it like 15% of the land as a footprint for the house. Because of the remote location of the house, we decided to build the house in steel. This was a very interesting proposition because we haven't ever built anything in steel before, and it was like a whole new. And it's not like we studied steel in college either, steel construction.
No steel details were shared in college.
Yeah.
I remember in college they would just come, they would
Only base plate.
yeah, base plate, and they would even in a building construction classes he would come, he would like draft an entire sheet on the board and just leave. No offense to anyone, sorry guys. It was a great college, we enjoyed ourselves. And
We learned a lot.
Yeah, and then we glass chased.
So yeah, the house, it was like a whole new learning process for us. We had to sit and figure out every single detail.
Yeah.
So the SketchUp, like the modeling also was done for the structural part of the house, you know, because that was like a learning experience for us also, because we had no
Figure
idea
out how to deal with the
how to
water,
deal with the water, the edge details.
rusting.
Lovely.
Various aspects. So why A-frame and
It's actually an M because you keep
it's
accusing me of
it's
putting
an
my
ode-
initials.
it's an ode to
Oh,
Mammen.
Mammen. It's an ode to Mammen.
It's an ode to Mammen. It was actually supposed to signify their past journey and them like camping and backpacking. So it kind of it was reminiscent of a tent, and also with the surrounding mountains. And it was again very woody. The two peaks sticking out of the canopy also made for a very interesting view from a distance.
Correct.
So
And it was almost like kind of an ode to the forest and to Mammen.
Yeah, a little bit.
How did
More
you,
towards the forest.
Yeah.
I wanted to thank Mammen for all those years of being there. So
How did you guys fabricate the structure? Was it like precast or did you do it on site? What was the journey behind that?
So we did fabricate the A's. Those were prefabricated and got to site and then erected with the crane. So it happened pretty quick. And then all the bracing was done and the house was covered with metal sheets. It was quite fast and effective because technically there are no walls.
Yeah.
So once the foundation was done, the roof kind of acts as the walls
Yeah.
of the house. So it happened pretty fast and effortlessly. We did do a mock-up of the A-frame in my garden once to kind of
And Shiraz stood in the center to get the scale of it.
Like an actual mock-up
of a
to
single
scale.
A-frame.
Of a single
To scale.
The top floor. Just the top floor
Yeah.
because that's where the peak is.
Okay.
Just to make
so
sure.
if you notice the section, so the top floor is very important to understand because you don't want to be hitting your head. You want to optimize.
It's the bedroom,
It's
and you
the
don't want it to
bedroom.
be claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the lower space is quite comfortable, but the upper space we were kind of worried about it being too tight.
You don't want it to become like a loft.
Can't be in your
basically.
face
Exactly.
like
Yeah, it shouldn't be like a loft, yeah.
Exactly.
So we did a little fun, like a little mock-up in wood. It was quite fun, and then we were convinced that we used that photograph, me standing there.
To
Why
convince the
haven't you
client.
sent us any of these pictures?
I have to find it. It's
We
been a
must-
while.
we must, yeah.
Permanently deleted.
Too late. If you speak about it, it will appear on
Appear.
our screen.
So while we were making this pitched surface at the back, we decided to give access. So we made like a small,
Naturally,
meandering-
like naturally made, right?
Yeah.
Like the access.
It was all made by me, like on site, drawing like holding ropes with the contractor and then placing stones and like I spent
Hands on.
COVID.
Shiraz's hands on.
Yeah, it was so we created this staircase, this that goes all the way up so that the back of the property can be accessed. And once we got to the top, we realized okay, it's a really nice view through the trees.
Yeah.
So we decided to make a tree house that's self-supported.
Lovely.
And that space, it was like we designed like a triangular space that kind of pokes out through the canopy and acts as a spare guest bedroom, come reading room, come working room, come chilling space.
Mammen, you had mentioned that Shiraz is really meticulous about details, right? And your studio in general does have an eye for detail. You all have like every single corner angle has been kind of focused on, and you kind of micro plan these spaces, if I'm not wrong. So what's the journey behind that? Is it intentional, or do you just like to kind of curate your spaces?
I think it's the process that we follow that ends up making our spaces really detailed, because everything is modeled. So whether it's the structure like Mammen spoke about earlier, whether we are taking the
we spend a lot of time modeling the space,
everything,
and every corner, and like that's so our models and all are actually like drawings. It's not
Fair
just
enough.
a render.
And even when we like look at your interior spaces, right, the spaces that you've done in like your interior projects, do you prepare elevations of each of these?
No, it's all 3D.
Right? It's all
Everything is
three-dimensional,
3D,
right?
It's
That's
all
amazing.
3D, and
That's
I
really
mean,
refreshing to hear.
and
actually.
then the rest of the drawings are just for execution, but the 3D renders kind of serve as a supporting drawing for the contractors.
So there's no like error, room for error basically, because you have the visuals and you're like, this is how it needs to
Correct.
look.
And it's very important that that is done also, because suddenly someone else from the team needs to get involved in the project. Everything is there for him to see, study. Otherwise, it gets a little difficult to understand in 2D.
Renders allow everybody to be on board.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think we've had a really intense conversation, and we're going to break this with a really fun game now.
Chalo.
Okay guys, so post this very intense discussion that we've had, we're going to play a game. 21 questions. You guys are going to ask me one question each, and it should total to 21. So 11 questions for Shiraz, 11 questions for Mammen alternatively. At any point of time in the middle, if one of you feel like you have the answer,
Is this the hamper one?
Yeah, this is the hamper one. Yeah, this is the one with the hamper that has been presented to you by our brand partners, Highback Kitchen Studio and Turquoise, right? So you can try the buzzer one, so you guys can't complain about it not working, right? And we have a team, and we have a team who's going to be watching as well, right? So no cheating, guys. And the one who loses, or suppose if you guess the wrong answer, you have to have a shot. If you guess the right answer, then Shiraz has to have.
Two buzzers, because what if my hand wasn't on?
Yes.
We'll figure. Okay, so let's start, okay, guys? The first word is an architectural object that we used in college.
Was it used for like modeling, like 3D model? Like is that it?
Is it made of plastic?
Partially, yes.
Did we use it to draft?
Yes.
I could, but then I might lose.
Go for it.
Don't trust your gut on this.
My gut is
Be brave.
always wrong.
Triangular in shape?
No.
Is it T-shaped?
No.
Oh,
I knew it, that's why I said don't go with your gut. I knew the moment you said plastic.
it was close.
Does it actually is it used to make a line? Does it actually leave a mark when you move it on a surface?
Yes. Yes.
Firstly, I want to be...
Could be wrong, it could be the other one.
Okay. It's a pencil.
No. It's a rotring pen.
Rotary pen.
But
If I said pen,
Come on, man. Pencil
No,
is a rotary
proper.
pen.
No.
Stippling.
Rotring pen.
Stippling.
Come on, I have to drink this.
Yeah, you have to
I
drink
think
this.
the name of the game is to survive.
It's not bad. Nice.
Oh, yo, it's like, we're doing half shot. Okay, cool.
Okay. ठीक है.
I was so going to say that T-scale, man. I was just about it.
The next word is the name of a famous architect.
Is it a lady?
No.
Is he alive?
No.
Did he ever practice in India?
Yes.
Oh.
Does his name start with C?
Yes.
Charles Korea.
Yes. Not bad.
I was going to go for it, but I don't want to lose another one.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was either Lurkov or it was Charles.
that's.
We only had two favorites.
Yeah, you lost, na. He's sitting one.
He's chilling, he's storytelling over here.
Very nice.
One.
Can I get a bigger glass?
He's lying. It's not that nice. Guys, pretend. Come on. Make
A
faces.
plate of puris or something.
The next is an art movement.
He's gonna
Mammen,
get
you
it
can
wrong.
start.
I don't know what to ask you. Is it a...
Ask a vague question.
You start, man.
Guys, you'll have 11 questions each.
Is it okay? The art movement. Okay. Was it? Is it? Does it belong to the 21st century?
No.
Is there a book in this space on this art movement?
No. No. No, it's not Bauhaus.
Okay.
Or it could be.
I asked you. Is the
It's
book?
not.
Is
Sorry,
the book
can't be.
in
Yeah,
this
sorry, my bad. No,
Did we
no.
study about it in this week?
Yes. Shiraz definitely studied about it.
Yeah.
It's that old, or what?
Yeah. Yeah, he was very meticulous about his.
Was it a movement propagated by Le Corbusier?
No.
Mammen doesn't know how to frame it.
Have you seen any of it like resonate in our work?
No.
It's probably a bad movement. Man, okay.
I'm gonna. This is the tough one.
You'll get. Actually, it's quite easy.
Really?
Like, yeah, it's quite easy. You'll get it. You'll get it for sure. Like if you, it's not something you won't know.
20th century?
20th century would be which year? Till where? Like
1900.
नहीं उससे पहले. It's before that.
Okay.
No, you just try.
Okay.
You can't get this wrong, huh? You've already lost 2.
Yeah, I know. Does it have anything to do with like a classical style?
Yes.
Hit it.
Oh, okay.
Hit it, hit it.
No, there's another follow-up question. Where do you go? Neoclassical.
No.
It's all about surviving.
Dude, what? Shiraz, yaar.
What was it?
Renaissance.
Dude, I was thinking about it, but then because you said like.
And I said also that someone who does not. And I framed this question
That's why
for
I said
him.
you're
Because
a
yesterday
because
I
I'm
asked
like-
him and he's like.
Chale, I'll catch up. I just want to give him like a handicap.
lead.
I'm gonna catch up.
Okay. ठीक है. So it's 3-0 na guys.
Yeah.
3-0. Okay. The next one is an architect that we personally know.
Is it male?
Yes.
Does he have a bad reputation?
No.
Is he
No,
in
no,
this-
he doesn't. He
Is he
doesn't.
in this room?
No.
3 of us.
Is he from Rizvi?
Yes.
Does he like to put his hands together?
But there are 7 of them. There are 7 of them, so you better.
Is he from Put Your Hands Together?
No, he's not from PYHT. It's not Areen.
Is he senior to me?
Yes.
Did he teach us?
Yes.
Yeah, you got it right.
Faizan.
No. Professor Akhtar Chauhan.
Oh wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
Cheers, sir.
3-1. We're catching up. But technically, there are only 5 questions.
Yeah, it's like. If you,
No, you have to have more. You have to have more.
what do you mean you have to have more?
You have to have more questions.
I'll add more. We'll add more.
Then there's no point
We'll
of
do
going
best of-
forward
we'll do
because
best
then
of
I'm
7.
lost. It's 3.
Best of 7. It was always best of 7. Always. So again, an object that we use in architecture.
Be a little creative.
Be a little creative. It's a
Again,
fabric.
object. How many
it's
objects?
A fabric.
Did we use it to model like it?
Okay, say again. Repeat the question again.
It's an object that you use in college.
It's an object. you use.
Did we use it to make our models?
Yes, you did.
Is it like a surface that you do something on?
No.
Did we? Is it white?
No.
Is it sharp?
No.
Is it brittle?
Brittle
He's
meaning
not
like.
counting the questions. You can
Yeah, I am. Brittle meaning like when you drop it, it breaks.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean that is brittle.
yeah, it could.
Good.
It could.
It could break.
Like a part of it could break.
Is it made of plastic?
Yes.
Do we use it to draft also?
Yes.
Is it triangular?
No.
Is it a T?
Okay, you get, if it's your question, you get to keep your hand on top.
No.
Yeah, if it's your question, you can keep your
You have
hand
to
on
be
top.
quick.
I'm not going to answer that
Is it
question.
okay?
No, you have to keep your hand there. You can't do this. Your hand has to
Yes.
be on your lap.
Please game.
Yes.
No, that's bullshit.
No, what?
You can't keep your hand over the buzzer
So
like that.
technically, he
You
had
have to keep
already.
your hand here.
See,
I
this-
asked, is it a
yeah,
T-shape?
yeah. See, technically, he's already won this round. We did this for you to
catch
for
up.
you to catch up. And you didn't. Huh.
Anyways, I want to give Mammen like equal opportunity. So
How sweet.
He
Now
has
have your
already
drink.
now got 4-1. Now I'm not going to continue.
now chill.
Now ho gaya abhi.
I won.
Yeah, you won.
By like a
So guys,
large
Mammen
margin.
Paul of Shiraz Jamali Architecture has won this round, and we would like to present him with a wonderful gift hamper. So we have someone from our brand sponsors Kitchen Studio who are going to present this hamper to you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Well done, Mammen.
Yes. Cheers, thanks.
I'm actually very disappointed.
Everybody
I'll just keep it here in the middle.
Yeah, keep it there to make him like feel
I'm not
worse
even
about
pretending.
this.
I don't think I'm doing a good job at pretending. Even.
Yeah, it's.
So one
more? No, so we have one more game at the end of
Really?
it, and at that time Shiraz has chance for redemption. Okay, so coming back to a few questions that I wanted to ask you guys. Firstly, Mammen, post graduating architecture, you joined Shiraz's studio as an intern.
Yes.
And now you are an associate at the company.
Yes.
So what was that entire journey about? What is your dynamic, and how did you get there?
So I've actually known Shiraz prior to actually even starting architecture. It's a relationship that extends a couple of decades, I would say. Because Shiraz and my brother have always been good friends.
Acha,
So
I didn't know that.
I mean, it's not only just been like after I post-graduated, like even joining Rizvi was something. Oh, Shiraz said, oh yeah, join Rizvi. So I joined Rizvi. Then
Well
I got
Shiraz.
done.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, I got done in 2016, I think, and Shiraz was like, okay, I just started off my practice, you want to come? So we tried the internship out, it clicked, and then that's how it all started, actually.
Kept telling him go find another place.
Yeah.
He's like no.
He did keep saying this, but I don't know, there was something about the journey that I really like and about helping build something from the ground up, right? So which was
Trying to get rid of him, but he just couldn't go.
couldn't dodge.
So 2016 onwards, Shiraz has been trying to avoid you.
Yes,
But
and here I am.
2016 to 2018, then after that I had to accept
Yeah,
it.
you had
It's
to
done,
accept it.
it's done.
Then I proved myself worthy.
Then you prove yourself. And now you are an associate with him.
Yes.
And how has that been? Like, how are you? What is your power dynamic in the studio? How do you all work together?
There's no real power dynamic. I think it's firstly it's a relationship fully based on trust for starters. Secondly, it's we know our individual roles in the sense that I know what I need to handle. He knows what he needs to handle. Like there's no
Whatever I'm not good at, Mammen loves to do it. So it works out perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got very lucky to be honest in terms of.
Keeps everybody disciplined.
Yeah, we
On time.
discussed that before the shoot as
That's
well.
very important for me. Like
The monitor. There
Yeah.
has to
Class
be a monitor.
monitor.
Yeah.
see, it's not about being busy. It's about being productive and effective during the day. So, and Shiraz and I are two people who can get a lot of things done in the day, which is why for the long duration of this company, the number of employees were only like it was just the two of us, right?
Yeah.
It was just the two of us because we were getting so much done in the day. So being effective is crucial.
Mammen, you described Shiraz as relentless
Yes.
in the company. So could you talk a little bit about that to us?
Elaborate. please.
Elaborate.
Elaborate.
Make it nice.
So the thing with Shiraz is all work, no play. It's constant work. It's constant it's something you only once you see it you can really compare yourself. So like for example, if he does 100 things in a day and you do 75, he's still there the next day on time. So you can't complain about being tired, right? Like you don't have an opportunity because the guy who's done the most work, who takes the most pressure, is there.
Yeah, so how do you say I need a break?
You can't.
Yeah, but you are also
You
extremely
do say
hardworking.
sometimes like, I need a break. He
I
complains
need a
about
break
needing
because I'm also working that much. But I'm talking about the others.
He works even harder than you.
Yeah, he's the most.
Yeah.
Like there's
That's
no catching up to him.
Crazy pitch for a client because I know how hard you work, and if he's working harder than you, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I've seen you since college. I've seen both of you all in college. Shiraz,
Yes.
we used to.
I
work-
love what I do, so it's like.
And,
It's not work.
and
It's
we're
not
both
work.
excited because like I'll give you
Yeah.
for example, like we our lunch break is
Yeah.
10 minutes. We eat and we go back and we are ready to work. Everyone else takes a 1 hour break.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. There's no catching up. Like, so if you're taking a 1 hour break and we are like, you're losing out on 1 hour every day,
Yeah.
then in a week you've lost out on 6
Yeah,
hours.
that
which is
lunch
like
break
a day.
scene is a little.
I don't like lunch breaks.
Yeah, even I don't. But I used to like
I can't
lunch
handle
breaks
it.
when I was interning.
Yeah.
But that's.
Smoke breaks.
What? Excuse me, guys. This is rather ridiculous. rather ridiculous. I've got a Victorian accent, finally. Renaissance. Yeah. No, but Mammen, I've seen you in college. You were a year junior to me. I think a couple of years junior to me. And Shiraz,
4 years. 4 years,
junior to me,
guys.
yeah. But and Shiraz, you were a year senior to me, and I was petrified of Shiraz because I would just see him work,
A long
and
list
he
of
has
people.
this straight face, and if you would ask him a question, he would not laugh. If you try to say something funny, he would not laugh. He would just look at you and be like,
Monotone.
So, yeah, and we had a good relationship. We used to play football together, and we've had a lot of conversations together. But how was your relation in college? Did you all like speak to each other whilst you
We
were in
also played
college?
football. We were
Yeah,
the
champions.
championship team.
Champions.
Yeah.
Shiraz,
We beat the Rizvi
beat
football
the
team
Rizvi football
in ring
team.
football.
First year.
First year.
They didn't
Scored
know.
the winning goal.
Achha.
The only goal I scored.
Basically the best. They thought they were the best.
No, but this.
They were good, they were good.
And it's a lie. They were not the best team. What rubbish.
They were pretty good, man. They might be watching.
This
They were
guy,
pretty
whichever
good.
This guy, he would take the ball and he would be like sprinting along the flanks and.
Because we are competing against the other inter-architecture, we were too
Yeah.
good for that.
Yeah, we were really good,
This is not the
We
measure
were-
of
yeah.
football.
Yeah, we were really good. We won everything, man. We won everything. That was a lot of fun. So how was your
back to
interaction?
topic.
Apart from back to topic. Apart from the football, how was your relation in college?
It was very brief because I think I was in my final year.
I was in
Mammen
first year, you were in
first
final
year.
year. It was very brief.
And like, Mammen was like my friend's kid brother. So he
Yeah.
was just there, and then I'd be like, yo, you want to just come and help me make my thesis
So I made his
model?
thesis model.
Yeah, that's the only thing he did for me.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, just like.
Oh yeah, your models were
I helped
crazy.
him with everything else.
Yeah, he had
like he
great
would call me
models.
all the time. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I...
And that is something that has never stopped.
Yeah, he made incredible models, man. He would give complexes to everyone. We did not like you. Nobody liked you.
My college life was very, very hectic for me.
Yeah, you were very hardworking.
Yes.
I remember.
Because
Yeah,
I had to repeat my first year, right?
Yeah, I think until before Soukhya, the project that you did, which actually genuinely had trees in it, he was the only person I knew who in his drawings would not just put trees everywhere to fill up negative spaces. So that's what I meant.
Yeah, I took my 5 years in.
He does that now also.
Now, but in college he would not do that. You were
5 years
yeah.
of my architecture life over there, like it was very serious.
Yeah, you made like crazy sheets, crazy drawings. Everything was yeah.
I finished my I must be the only guy who finished his thesis 2 months before the date.
Really?
Yeah, it was a
But that's a good thing, man. That's great. Yes. Tell us a little bit more about Rizvi. What was your favorite subject? Did you
Structures.
no structure.
And I did that kind of like, for example, for me it was history. When I'll tell you which part. When like we had those sessions for the art movements where they had like Faizan and Samit had made us make these videos. Like I had surrealism, so we had to like kind of go and document something and then study about it and then give presentations to the class. So a lot of people didn't do it, but I really enjoyed it, and that got my interest in art movement. So was there something like that in college that inspired you, or
Me would be like design. Any design, like the design aspect of college was something I really liked.
that you like AD basically?
The math part I couldn't handle.
But we
In
did
this
it,
this snippet you've actually seen what the firm is. I like the design and he likes the building construction. Like it's exactly what he is very good at.
Yeah, he was.
Why do I have to keep like chipping in into your aspect? Huh? From now onwards.
Mammen was also very good in design, but I was good in technicals.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I did not like BC, I did not like services, I did not like structure. I felt like those subjects did not need to exist, and now I regret having those. Yeah. So Shiraz, Mammen, every studio in the city or across the globe has a certain work culture. So I would like to know a little bit about you all and how you all are so successful. Do you all start early? Do you all start late? Do you finish early? Do you have working hours? Is there a certain time after which you don't receive calls? How do you operate?
So generally, I like everybody to start early. It gives you a couple of hours before your clients become active on the different group chats. It gives you time before, like, you know, vendors and contractors start calling you up and, like, you know, bothering you through the day. So it gives you time to sit peacefully in the morning.
And then before any site really opens.
So this is like 9 a.m.
Yeah, 9 a.m. is good. Like, I would prefer earlier, but like 9 a.m. is good. And
start.
it's a good start to
I
the
figured
day.
when you guys got on call with me at 9 that this
That's
is
when we
like,
get in.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
Yeah, and I would love for my team to just work Monday to Friday, but you know it's not always possible. But we keep I lay a lot of emphasis on everybody to get enough time with their family and friends outside the workspace. So we like to finish also, like, you know, at a reasonable hour, and like look forward to the weekends to kind of relax, unwind, get your creative juices, you know, ready for Monday again.
Fair enough.
And yeah, that's
Tell
like to
me-
keep the atmosphere pretty, like, you know, chilled and relaxed.
We have a
and
relaxed
Also, is
work
this
environment.
no work on Saturday, Sunday just for your
it's a new thing we're trying
team
it out.
or
thing
for
we're
your?
trying. No, it's not for us.
No, I work
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, I figured.
Not for
I
us.
figured. It's you guys work on Sundays as well.
I mean, everybody does,
Everyone
because they
does.
all answer their phones.
Yeah.
Everybody's always answering calls.
Yeah, because I feel
and
like
dealing with their
clients will call you on Sundays even if you don't want to kind of.
Most people respect it. They understand
I
that,
need-
you know, you work Monday
At
to
least
Saturday.
Sunday, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, Sunday clients respect it.
So guys, when you go revisit a project, say maybe 3 years down back or 4 years back, do you feel like you could have done better? Do you feel like it was something that you could have improved on, or have you changed or grown as designers? What's your outlook on that?
I mean, the objective is to always grow, right, and always do better. And I always say the next project is always the best.
That's
and
nice.
Yeah, and that's the
And
way.
it tends to be also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say it. But yeah, so that's what we always aim for. I don't know about Mammen, but I don't like to revisit
I hate
a
it.
site. Yeah,
I
you
hate
also
it.
hate it.
I hate it.
I don't like to visit a site once it's done, mainly because
Why do you hate it, Mammen? Sorry.
Because things are not kept in the right place, things
Ah,
are
in
changed,
that way,
things
yeah.
are like
it's not
chipped
about
and
the change,
that-
like
it's all
the way
that
the
and-
site is treated, like the way the
Yeah.
house is
Yeah,
treated,
yeah,
like,
it's all
you
of
know,
that.
Yeah.
people are dragging furniture.
It doesn't take a week.
not- it's-
It doesn't take a week. It's just 1 week later. If you go back, it's.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's okay. Like, I mean, that's not always the case.
No,
there
I'm
have been
certainly
few
there are
instances where even a day was more than enough to like destroy stuff.
Yeah, it ruins the shoot day also, right?
Basically,
cover
shoot
that
day is the last.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally you come back after a few years, and it's like the gym that we did. I never went back because
Oh yeah.
I couldn't handle people like throwing the weights and like.
It bothers
So
me.
hence you can see the result.
I'm gonna not respond to this and pretend Shiraz didn't say that. No man, you look great. Okay guys, so now we're gonna be playing a game. It's a rapid fire curated by our brand partners Highbeck, Turquoise and Kitchen Studio, and the gift hamper is going to be presented to the winner by Kitchen Studio. Okay, so Mammen, I'm going to start with you.
Why me?
Because the winner of the previous round.
Yeah, the
What
winner of the previous
nonsense,
round.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do
Okay.
it.
So Mammen, tell us one.
Wait, we're starting?
Yeah, we're starting. Get ready. No bell this time.
No bell.
You wanna bell?
But he's
or
ready,
just-
like he's
I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay. Tell us one unpopular opinion about architecture.
Le Corbusier was good.
It's good.
Come on.
Okay.
Next, I want to win.
What world record do you think you have a shot at beating?
Being the funniest.
I'll tell you a Sanskrit word and you tell me the meaning of it.
Okay.
Sthapati.
Eat fast.
What?
Come on. Next.
If you could create a new architectural award, what would it celebrate?
Best influencer.
Nice. Who said this quote? Life is architecture and architecture is the mirror of life.
Absolutely no.
I'll give you a
idea
clue.
whatsoever.
IMP or Tadando?
Ta-da.
Wrong.
Wrong. 50-50, it doesn't matter.
What is the most valuable thing in your office?
Shiraz.
So give him the hamper. Give him the hamper right now.
Yeah.
He's won.
Okay. Last, okay, Mammen. My buildings twist and turn, defy the norm, with curving forms that weather any storm. From shiny metals to shapes so bold, My structures dance as stories unfold. Who am I?
That French guy.
I'll give you.
Santiago Calatrava.
Santiago, yeah.
No, I'll give you clues. Frank Gehry or Zaha Hadid?
Zahadi.
Frank Gehry.
Frank Gehry, yeah. Shiny metal.
Yeah. I missed that, yeah.
Give me the hamper.
Yeah, chalo, now Shiraz, it's your turn.
Alright,
But 1 minute. I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I can relax.
Yeah, you can. Now Shiraz, it's your turn. One design element you think is often overlooked.
It's not rapid.
Rapid.
Windows.
Okay. Strangest source of inspiration you ever had for a project?
My childhood.
Why look at him? तू ही बता दे. If you could create a building that tells a story, what would the story be about?
Me.
What's one architectural rule you love to break?
Aligning things.
Nice. What's one piece of advice you'd give to aspiring architects?
Touch every single material that you find like around you.
Lovely. Nice. Which project would you most like to do a do-over of?
Rapid. I can't help.
I love everything I've done, dude. I don't know.
This is fully non-controversial.
Yeah.
I bend clay and brick with art so neat. In sunlit spaces, my designs find their beat.
Laurie Baker.
Wow.
Because hey,
Wow,
you said
man.
clean was it?
Please,
Wow.
please.
So I said shiny metal for
Arey,
you.
but then I
Frank Gehry. I had to give it.
Very nice. So I think
It's a close one.
Yeah, it's a close one.
But you
guys.
decide who's the most
1
important.
minute. I was way more rapid.
The
I only
designer?
did-
Yeah, I think the winner has to be Shiraz here. Sorry, Mammen. But the winner is Shiraz. Well done.
Thank you.
That's because he knew Laurie Baker.
But that's impressive.
Fast, na? Rapid.
Quick. That was a good.
I'm going to get Kitchen Studio to present the hamper to you.
Alright, thank you. Thank you. Oh, repeat. That's a replicate.
That's a nice
Yeah.
sketch design.
very
Creative.
nice.
It's a nice bag. I like
I read replicate by mistake.
Pinterest. Okay, guys. So I really enjoyed this conversation with you all. Thank you so much for being here. Before we sign off,
You have to sign a mug?
no, no, we do not have to sign up. You will get me cancelled. Okay, guys. So I'd like you to address our audience and give them a piece of advice as aspiring designers or anything you'd like to say to them.
Okay, you want to go first?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so your work should be your passion and you should focus on it 100% and make sure you give it your all. Otherwise, give it your all or nothing. It's all or nothing.
Lovely.
Mine is a little shorter. Just be obsessed with your work and you should
That's
be good.
beautiful.
Obsessed. That's
I
fantastic.
love that. Yeah,
I
you
love
must
it too.
be obsessed.
Me be
You must be
obsessed and you'll be good.
I don't think there's any other way. You have to be obsessed to be non-mediocre. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely having you here.
Thanks for
Thanks
having
for
us.
having us, Karan.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching episode 2 of Moñö Architecture, All Things Design, powered by Kitchen Studio, Highbeck, and Turquoise. Looking forward to seeing you all at episode 3. The one with the best answers wins a hamper from Kitchen Studio.
Kitchen Studio.
Yeah.
Well, you said I beg. I'm just confirmed.
Nahi, na abhi kitchen. Like that's going to make a difference in your answer.
Arey, because we thought we made a mistake.
I will never do that to my brand partners. Highbeck, Kitchen Studio, and Turquoise. Thank you so much. Okay.
Now suddenly there'll be one cup.
It's okay.
Doesn't matter. सीधा नहीं ऐसा नहीं था थोड़ा और ऐसा थोड़ा और हाँ
Stop it!